Hi Peter, this is my evaluation for my animation. So in the form I got 11 responses, hopefully including yourself, from a class as well, a couple of friends. So getting into question one, I asked what genre does this animation belong to. Quite a lot of people saying educational and facts, factual. A few people saying sport as well, which is true, which is what it is. It is facts about a sport. So yeah, that's basically what genre does it belong to, which is completely fine. So what is your feeling on the content of my animation? Is the second question I asked. Quite a lot of people saying good, interesting facts, and animation style. Very good and interesting, good length of animation, very good. One person saying average, which is fair enough. Good, informative, easy to understand. So overall, the content, the response I got, they say it's pretty good. The third question I asked was, what do you think of the style of my animation? With 54.5% saying very good, a smaller percentage saying good, and 9.1% saying it was average. So the style of my animation was sort of cartoony, had a cartoon background and a cartoon characters as well, and it seemed to go down pretty well with the class. My next question was, what do you think about the narrative of my animation? So this included the kind of story I was trying to tell about the four facts and also the voiceover as well. So with 63.6% of people saying it was very good, 9.1% saying it was average, and the rest were saying it was good. So comparing that to the style of my animation, more people thought it was very good, which is good, which is what I wanted. It means my voiceover was good, and like I was able to tell the story and show them how the facts were. What are your feelings on the characters that are present in my animation? Was the next one. So I used cartoon characters. I found these on Pinterest, with 50% of people saying it was very good, 30% saying it was good, and a larger portion this time saying it was average, with 20% of people saying that. So maybe this is something that I could have worked on maybe a bit better in hindsight now, having a look at the feedback, with 20% saying it was average and 30% saying it was good, and not as big as obviously the other percentages for my other questions. So maybe what I would have went and done is maybe used real life characters, or unlike sort of my square box shaped characters that I used in the video. Maybe in hindsight that might have been more relatable to the audience, and maybe it might have worked a wee bit better. So what is your opinion on the techniques that I've used throughout my animation? Good, they're grand, good techniques used, very smooth walk cycle, a movement of the javelin, I like them, the audio is clear and the character movements with the camera angles work well. Good techniques used, techniques are good, good efforts, best I've seen yet, and good enough, which is fair enough. A good range of opinions, quite a few saying it was good, one or two saying it was average, which is fair enough. A couple of people saying it was good walk cycle, movement on the javelin, camera angles worked well as well. So overall, the techniques I used were good. I was able to use walk cycles efficiently, and I had good movement of the javelin as well, flying through the air. So overall, the techniques were good. So how do you feel about the aesthetic quality of my animation? So this did include the characters, background, etc., and the overall look as well. So with 63.6% saying it was very good, which is a step up from the last question of about the characters, which is quite interesting, but obviously the background must have been way better than the characters for people to say that it was very good. So overall, that is something that again I wish I did work on a wee bit more. Maybe use real life characters instead of the cartoon ones, and maybe even change the background up once or twice as well. As 18.2% of people did say it was just average, which is fair enough. So how do you feel about the creative qualities in my animation? So 72.7% of people saying it was very good, which is a very, very high percentage. So obviously they did enjoy how creative I was by telling the four facts and telling a story around it. I was able to show them, how the sport works, and also the world record at the end as well. So obviously people enjoyed that, with 72.7% of people saying it was very good. So how do you feel about the technical qualities of my animation, e.g. the camera movement, sound? Good, alright, great camera movement and high quality sound, great movement from Javelin and character. Not many variants, which is fair enough. This is something I do want to touch on just in a second. Consistent, good variety of camera movements, good style, good movement, and nice sound effects, and good walk cycles. Could have used different background, but overall good. Your voice over is very good and clear, and good try. So, not many variants is something that maybe I should have worked on a wee bit harder as well. Is maybe I should have been able to change the background a wee bit more often, have a couple maybe, and also have different camera angles and stuff like that within the animation. I do think I used sufficient sound effects, and the voiceover as well. I think they were good. It's just the camera movement maybe could have been a wee bit better. And also, yeah, different backgrounds, which is the feedback I got as well. I wish I maybe did include one or two more. So how would you rate my animation out of 10? Out of the 11 responses I got, 6 out of 10 said it was a 10 out of 10. I got 1 9, 2 8s, 1 6, and 1 5. So overall, majority of the class, friends and yourself, did say 10 out of 10. I think it was a good effort overall. There was a couple of things like the background, maybe the characters as well, that I would have improved. But the voiceover, the sound effects, and everything else, I believe, went well. But yeah, if I had to do it again, I would go ahead, redo the characters, redo maybe a few more backgrounds as well. Also, I'd probably maybe and if we're trying to do it again, I maybe would have went for the next maybe 5 facts and made it a wee bit longer as well. But unfortunately, just time wasn't on my side. 4 facts we had to do just over 60 seconds, which is a good effort.